What's up, reefers? Ian here. It's Wednesday night here at the shop, and that means it's time for another Wednesday walkthrough, where every week I take you on an extensive tour through some of our tanks and corals. With over 1,200 different WYSIWYG and aquacultured items on the site, our tanks are jam-packed. Let's kick off this walkthrough in our Aquapora display tank. Acros are the name of the game here in our first tank. Tons of WYSIWYG colonies of beautiful Aussie, Indo, and Fiji acros. Over to the right there, a few Acan Echinata and Gorgonia, but the main things in this tank really are our Aquapora colonies, and they are beautiful. Just check out all the different colors: greens, blues, pinks, purples, yellows. It goes on and on and on. And these strawberry shortcakes in particular are glowing bright red and pink. They're absolutely stunning. We do have a few other corals other than acro in here, including those orange pavona, and over here on this rack we have a few stylopora and pasillopora. This tank is cranked to the max with both lighting and flow, so all of our SPS absolutely eat it up in here. But another item that we have that also loves high flight are all of our clams. And they don't look too good on our blues, but flip on those whites and they absolutely glow. These bright pink Durasas, and over on the left, all of our Maxima clams. These are all sourced from ORA. They're maricultured, grown right in the Marshall Islands. This next tank is absolutely loaded up with corals. All kinds of softies and LPS. We have to check it out. Up top, all of our plates and bubble corals shining bright, especially these toxic bubbles over here on the left, but these big purple ones on the right are absolutely massive. Those are huge show-size bubbles. Down below, all of our WYSIWYG zoanthid frags, a few WYSIWYG gonopora frags as well, just glowing under these actinics. At the very bottom though, we have a few Christmas tree worm rocks, which are encrusted really well with Cyphastria. Moving up top into some hammers, we have all of our Aussie and Indo walls, some really nice looking teals in there, a few oranges, and a few gold stems as well. But the main part of this tank, in my opinion, is our WYSIWYG zoanthid colony rack. There are so many stunning zoas, they're spilling onto the next rack, just loaded up with polyps and color. Most of these zoa colonies are actually from the huge update that landed yesterday, so make sure to hop onto the website and check them all out. They are absolutely beautiful. Moving into some Euphilia here in our tank, we have all of our aquacultured ones, some torch, frog spawn, and hammers, but these torch especially are absolutely popping. We have some holy grails, some banana ramas, lemon limes, and plenty more. A few Sinularia and the rest of our wild torch colonies. This tank is really popping. This next tank, our aquaculture tank, is packed full of corals. Just check out this aquacultured rack, which is full of all of our different LPS aquacultured corals. Chalice, Favia, Leptastria, some really nice Gonnies and Blastos in here, all beautiful, big, and bright. Over to the left, a few new Indo Blastos that just landed, and some Cocoa tube worms, which are super rare. We actually haven't had any in almost 2 years. Moving right, some of our WYSIWYG Acan Lords, and up on this top rack, some super bright Cyphastria colonies just popping. Down below, a few Indo Gonnies. That one on the right is absolutely massive. Super open. It's loving where it's at right now. All of our aquacultured zoanthids and palithoas. Just a great mix of rainbow in there. All those mashed together are a real sight. Up on this rack, some more aquacultured and actually maricultured SPS frags from ORA. Looking absolutely great. Some Wilsoni over here. A few more SPS and Gonnies up on this rack. And down in the corner in a low flow spot are all of our WYSIWYG mushroom colonies. Here in our photo tank, we have some rock flower anemones and all of our bower bankies, but the real stars of this tank are all of our meat corals. If you caught last week's Feature Friday, we took a deep dive into all of these meat corals here at the shop: Trachy, Acanthophilia, and Cinerina and Endophilia. It was really something. We always have a great mix of meat corals. These Endophilia and Cinerina especially are nice and puffed up, just like these Acanthophilia are. You can see all these Aussie and Indo ones. Like we talked about in that video, it's easy to tell apart Aussie and Indo acanthos. The Indo ones are generally those big bright orange ones that are super colorful. Trachy, same way. These are all Indo Trachy though, and they are lighting up this tank. These all dropped in yesterday's update. Some big, beautiful Trachy, and a few more rock flower anemones here in this basket. The last tank on our walkthrough today is our window tank, which is jam-packed of LPS and soft corals. Starting off here first on this rack, a forest of candy canes. Those bright kryptonites are just glowing like crazy. Moving up into all of our WYSIWYG Favia colonies, there's a great mix of Favia and Favites here on this rack, all kinds of war corals, prisms, and microfavia. Moving left, we have lots of our Duncan colonies and some WYSIWYG mushroom frags, all kinds of Yumas, Rhodactis, and Discosoma. Easily though, my favorite part of this tank is our Lobos and Symphilia, and we have some absolutely beautiful colonies in. Some of these dropped yesterday, all kinds of reds, oranges, greens. We have a few carpet Lobos as well. Check out this carpet Lobo. I don't know if I've ever seen a multicolored carpet Lobo before, but it's very cool. As always, thank you so much for checking out our Wednesday walkthrough. Be sure to see all of these corals right now at corals.com. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you next week.